great environment, and I think obviously it was a great game. It always is. It's always an intense battle, and this was no different. I was just happy with our guys, the way they one competed and kept their poise whenever they made runs. We staved off those runs and made big plays and got big stops down the stretch. So I was happy with the effort there, and it certainly feels good to get a win after struggling last week.
Coach, how big was this win for the psyche of the team?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, I mean, when you're struggling and things look bleak. We had that long layoff too, not having that Sacred Heart game. But to be honest with you, that might have been the best thing for us. We got some really good practices in this week. I thought we really competed and did a good job. Obviously, you saw we went back to man-to-man, and that's we've been working on that, and I think guys bought into that well. And we've been getting killed by the three-point line the last few games, so we made a conscious effort that way to do better with that, and certainly felt good to me.
What was the reason for bringing Landon off the bench in this game over?
Yeah, he's been awesome in practice, so that was part of it. Like, hey man, let's I didn't want him to think that anything was his fault prior to this, and it certainly wasn't. I just thought it was a little bit of a change. Obviously, get a bigger guy like Glenn in that situation just to start the game off, and I think Landon can be a little bit more relaxed and come in when maybe there's some bodies that are a little bit more tired or tireder, and then you can take advantage of that, which you did.
Why, man? I mean, did you think the guys were a little bit too passive before in zone, or just you figured it was time for something new? Or?
Well, we've always been a man-to-man team, and obviously I think our guys did a good job within our zone at times, but not good enough. And so I thought we had some good matchups that we can take advantage of in this game, but I certainly I thought it was time to go back to that. I was just getting frustrated with every team, no matter what, even if they were non-shooters that were hitting threes against us at a pretty good clip. So we changed that up.
Landon, you came up with a big game on 20 points. Just describe how you thought out there, especially in the first half. I think it went perfect for the game. The first half, 4 for 4. Just describe how the game went for you.
Just coming off the bench, like you said, I knew players would be a little more fatigued, but I also felt like since I was placed on the bench, I had something to prove, even to the fans, people in school, stuff like that. So I just came out with the mindset to dominate the game.
Jack, you guys got killed on the board in the last game against St. Francis. What did you do this time that was different?
Well, do you think we talked about it at all?
I think we did.
I think that was obviously our biggest thing. Again, when we played them, we also had a 9-day layoff. It was a big layoff when we played them before, and we didn't do a good job in class. We knew that was a big key in the first game. Obviously, that was our mindset was no second chances. We were done on that. And our guys also did a decent job on the offensive glass as well. Gave us some second chance opportunities in both the first and the second half. That I thought were huge. So I was really proud of our guys because that's a real physical team and a big team that usually takes advantage of one class.
Can you just talk about the last 5.9 seconds or 16.9 when they've got the ball and you got to have a stop?
Yeah, and we haven't been in that situation enough. We haven't had a ton of experience with it. We talked about the different things that they could do. Obviously, with Brent Jones, his ability to create off the dribble, their two bigs in Martin and Cannon. We talked about that being physical, getting low, and not allowing him to get deep touches. And obviously, Montford. We said, hey, you just got to stay tight to him and don't allow him to go from left to right because he's great at doing that.
And then one last, Gilbert Park is not up here, but he came in, he gave you 14 points, and I thought a tremendous amount of energy off the bench.
He's great. He was great, and obviously he's been in a boot. That kid's had more issues this year than anybody with just injuries or sicknesses and things like that. It's just been one thing after another. He's got very little practice time. He had four practices this week. So, and the first day was really bad, second day was okay, and then little by little he was getting better and better, and so I had a feeling that he was going to be able to help us today, and he certainly did some great minutes.
Coach, you called two pretty pivotal, momentum-changing timeouts in the second half. One when they were up, you guys were down 5, and then again once they got the lead, it took probably midway through this. Just what changes did you make out?
Well, it was just a matter of trying to stop the momentum, and then just talk to these guys about pull plays. And we talk about it all the time in timeouts and things like that, and half times and end of games. And, okay, they're gonna make runs. Every team makes runs, and how are we gonna handle those runs? Are we gonna lose it? I think at the end of the first half, we made some bad decisions, with fouling them 90 feet away from the basket, and obviously that's why we fouled way too much. They had 15 free throws at halftime, which is something that we certainly don't preach. But we didn't keep our poise at that point. But again, to our guys' credit, they really did a good job at that in the second half of this game.